reason that we got big noses is to keep them in the 5 books of Moses. Learning, learning, learning from the Torah. Learning, learning, learning from the Torah.
Welcome to the Common Jewish Center's video blog with the Torah portion of Bo. The ancient Egyptians are really taking a beating from God's devastating plagues, while the Jews are beginning to believe that freedom is a real possibility. Continues where he left off with the 8th plague of locust and then the 9th plague of darkness. And finally, Pharaoh's stubborn heart is crushed with the last and final plague, the death of the firstborn. It's here that Pharaoh will eventually run through the city at midnight, begging the Jews to get out as soon as possible. So when Moses preps the Jews for the final plague and their long-awaited departure from Egypt, one of the things he mentions is actually the first ever command given by God to the Jewish people as a nation, sanctifying the new moon as the beginning of the month. Just a second. Sonia, are you sure that's right? That's the first command? Well, apparently that's it. Yes, it may sound weird, but every time the moon disappears and then gets that new tiny sliver of moon, we Jews celebrate it as Rosh Chodesh, the beginning of the new Jewish month. Wait, 1 second, wait. Oh, Mazel Tov! Mazel Tov, yeah, it's there. It came.
What does it look like?
Together with the laws of sanctifying the new moon comes a couple of interesting details that needed to be followed during the times that the Jewish temple stood in Jerusalem. For example, the rabbis who determined the new moon needed to be proficient in science and astrology, which means that they already knew the exact moment and position where the moon was going to be reborn each and every month. Another detail of the command was that the moon could only be sanctified if 2 witnesses came forward on the 29th day of the month. And after an intense interrogation, the rabbis determined that indeed they'd actually seen the birth of the new moon.
So how you doing? Here, I got you a coffee. Nah, don't worry, it's kosher.
Now listen here, you punk! Did you or did you not see the moon at 10:33 p.m. and 12 parts? Huh?
Alright, I got this, Goldberg. Don't mind him. Now, we got these sketches we wanted you to look at.
You want to see your kids again?
And then the rabbis would stand and declare the new month upon us. But if nobody saw the new moon, like say it was cloudy outside, then the new month wouldn't begin until the following day, the 30th day of the month.
But why?
Good question, Rays. If the rabbis anyways knew exactly when the new moon would be, then why'd they even need the witnesses to be able to actually determine that day as the head of the month? Shouldn't they have been able to sanctify the moon on their own? Wasn't the witnesses' testimony something they already knew?
There's no strings attached to you.
The dishes are clean.
Okay.
The baby is asleep.
So if the new moon was already known, then why was the witnesses' visual testimony even necessary? Well, as the first ever commandment given to the Jewish nation, the Torah here is giving us an amazing lesson in how to fulfill commandments as a whole. You see, understanding the intricacies of science, astrology, and human intellect gives a tremendous appreciation for the world around us, but it still doesn't let us go beyond ourselves and reach an objective truth, because we're only limited by what our minds can grasp. But to actually see something with your own eyes changes everything, because seeing something means witnessing objective truth, whether it can be explained logically or not.
So I told him, if you're gonna make it so expensive, then I'll take 2.
So what do you think about...
There is no way to unsee that.
So while intellectual knowledge gives us an appreciation to the world around us, actually seeing reality allows us to surrender to its truths. And that's why when the Torah gives us the first ever mitzvah given to the Jewish people, it tells us that to bring sanctity down into the new month, it's not enough for the rabbis to be at the top of the intellectual charts and know all the sciences, because without the clear truth of what the witnesses saw with their own eyes, they can never go beyond themselves to bring down true holiness holiness into this world. So both the knowledge and the objective truth are needed. In your life, take the lesson of the first ever commandment by connecting to the true desire of God and doing mitzvahs without any argument. But together with that, keep asking, searching, and learning to better understand and appreciate the amazingness that the Torah gives us. Shabbat Shalom.
Ain't no road to happiness, 'cause happiness is the road. Enjoy every moment of your life, and you can be happy without love, and you can be happy without God.